Oh, now that they're done. You've been filming?
What kind of stuff?
Monster.
Hey, see the camera there?
You want to catch Jeff?
Jeff?
Jeff, are you getting your picture?
Hey, Jeff, is that a Super 8?
No.
Well, he's in a Super 8.
Come on, let's run.
$100 a piece. Well,
I'm gonna get you.
Empire sold on the house.
What's the Super 8? That's oh, shoot, I forgot. I have a magazine too. It's like the year in the youth. So, Jennifer quit? Oh, she did? We got a new Jennifer on there.
when that happened?
Monday was the new one's first day, yesterday. And I only got to watch it. She's got her shirt on. Another 10 years. Guys were...
Grandma, I don't know. I think you saw it, Chief. Go him outside. Where's Emily? I'll try. This is the one. I'm looking for it.
Pimentos.
We gotta run from that monster.
You are right.
They can't find this thing. There's somebody in here.
Rest. I'll monster you.
Let the monsters rest in the rest.
She'll play monster 24 hours a day.
Monsters rest. Now we gotta go high. But he's not in the rest.
Get a piggy a hug.
Can you kiss the piggy, Emily?
No, don't kiss the piggy. I'll get sick.
Most jealous dog I've ever seen.
Hey, what are you doing, Lucy? That crazy, Lucy? What's Lucy doing? That's silly, Lucy. Get it. You got this. Still filming?
Yeah. Where'd it go?
You took off under the tank, or the dog took off after me. Look at the brush. Let's see the dog.
That's the pig's butt.
Lucy. All the crap out on your birthday. Pig. Piggy. You want to go inside? She's kind of cold. Say, come on, Jenny. Say, come on. Say, come on, Jenny.
Let's go eat. I'm hungry.
Okay, let's go eat.
Are you hungry?
Say, come on, Jenny, let's go eat. Tell her, come on. Are you alive? Tell her.
What happened? 1 minute you're playing airplane and the next
Your belt needs tight.
Did you show everybody your bare bottom?
And here's your biscuit, Ellen.
Oh. Still pretzel?
707, good seat. Horace,
Pick them up.
a burial plot? You got me a burial plot?
Oh.
Bounce on his belly.
What's on belly?
Bounce on his belly.
It might hurt.
Hey, she got your shirt. Yeah. Don't have your shirt. Hang on, boy. Hang on. Hang on tight with your legs. You like this? Yeah. Look at Sarah's.
Look at that one.
Oh, I think it might be too late.
Put your lunch
You got a rough toast? Dad, what did you get?
I got a baseball cap and a tote bag.
What's the hat say?
It says River City Helicopters, Coeur d'Alene, Idaho.
Cool.
Cool.
Cool. Who's next?
There's 3.
Should I have the backlight on?
Well, sure.
Right. This is talking to someone who
Ooh.
doesn't cook, so
Is this a pie pan?
it's a good thing. It is a
What is it?
What is
pie
it?
pan.
No,
A serving dish?
it'd be for like lasagna or anything, any kind of casserole that would be flat, that's not real thick.
Okay, this is an inspiration to cook.
Well, look at that. Look at that. Charles Barkley's helping that guy propose.
Oh.
Proposing?
Yeah.
You may not get to
I
keep
don't
it.
know, but that's okay. Thank you.
I bought it and it's been in the cabinet and it didn't.
You gotta explain what it is after she opens it.
What's it say?
Well, it just says,
Bonnie,
Very frank.
Going on, everybody's happy with it.
aren't you gonna trade for something?
No, because I provided that and we did that, and I don't wear ball caps. Ooh, a tape. Melrose.
no, look,
Oh.
other side.
Place.
6 hours of viewing pleasure.
What is it?
6 hours of Seinfeld.
Yay!
No commercials.
It's a comedy TV show that we like. I don't have big companies anymore.
I hope this backlight thing's working.
It's really fun.
I have plenty of those. So I guess I'll.
So far, these have all been pretty good gifts. Usually there's
Not exactly what
a
elephant.
couple of real
No
losers.
toilet seats yet. Oh, gloves.
Yes, this is like Christmas.
I thought these were supposed to be kind of joke.
They can be. I'll keep these.
There you go. This is to Hootie from the Blowfish.
Yeah, sure, Hootie.
Well, I got plenty of open.
That's not very recyclable.
Oh, sorry.
What kind of white elephant gift would Jason give?
I don't know. I wonder if you got it to Hootie. Balloons. And marbles.
It's a sack of balloons.
Balloon animals.
Oh, a book on how to make balloon animals.
Okay, Jenny, I want a giraffe.
We gotta give me time to practice. Hey, that's kind of neat.
Now we know why it's from the blowfish. All right.
Good job, Jay. Look at it. Gives step-by-step instructions. Now pinch off and twist a 7-inch bubble and a 3-inch bubble.
Maybe you'll be invited to some more parties.
Hey, get really good at that.
Do
That
the
could
marbles
be your
have-
lifelong avocation.
Marbles
Do
too.
the marbles have something to do with them, or is it just...
No. Well, I bought the marbles because I wanted to start playing marbles again, and then I never played. And then I got on this kick where I wanted to learn how to do balloon animals, and I did
Oh, you don't have to.
Oh, you don't have to blow it.
basically 2 hobbies that I thought I'd get into, and then I didn't, so,
For the perfect white elephant gift.
yeah.
There's always
Now you're
return
all
to
set for New Year's.
Yeah, really.
All you have to do is invite a few people in and blow balloons out.
Okay.
What happens to the last one?
Well, and
He's stuck with it.
He stuck with it because he had the pick of everything that's
Oh,
here, and he
okay.
decided to open up what he had.
Now, the number 1 person should get a chance to trade, because the number 1 person never had a chance.
Never had a chance. Never had a chance. Probably that's fair.
He's not going to
I
trade.
think good.
Oh, wait a minute, what's that?
Did you get a bag? A duffel bag?
Hey,
Hey, that's a good one, too.
that looks like a camera case almost.
Yeah, it's kind of...
Hey, that's nice.
Who's that?
You know what that is? It's a racquetball bag.
It's a what?
It'd be good for a racquetball bag. Put your racquetball racket
It'd be
in.
also good for airplane carry-on.
That's nice.
Hey, you can put your lunch in that.
These are really nice.
Can you use it?
Yeah, you can always use the
I
back.
see 3 things here we can...
So what is that? Point space.
That's what I want to
Well,
know.
that's fine. I'll have to read this from you. Maybe we should play something we know how to play.
Like peanut.
I know, too, this is the only thing that's hard about this game, this right here. Of course, I think if you had...
Connie, you remember? Big end, best one.
I don't know. We haven't played in a long time. And then sometimes when you play, it comes back to you. Okay, we're gonna say you bid 100 in. I know
We never bid back in.
we started at 50.
You always try to bid. But you can't bid more than your amount.
You can, but it's super hard for you to
No,
get it.
because if you bid, no, you build higher in your mail, when you put your mail down, you don't have what you bid, you can't, you go set.
No, I've done it before. I've bid more than I had. It's just super, super hard for you to get it.
Oh, it has something to do with the number of points you have to make.
Yeah.
Yeah, you have to make points based on what you bid.
Yeah, that's the whole
To get
key.
your mail.
That's the
I'm
whole
gonna
thing.
have to read a little bit more. It's kind of coming back.
Well, don't you get your wheel
I think I need to read it.
That's right.
But the foil doesn't have double like pinochle, and this one does. I'll have to read these cards.
You have to bid.
You have to bid to get your...
You have to bid, and that's what
And you
basically
have to make enough points. The difference between your mailed and your bid.
is your how many points you get.
Because my whole problem was, is because I bid all them points against Jeff and had a double pinochle, and I got to call Trump, but I didn't have no points. I got excited and wanted to call Trump, but it didn't really matter, and I didn't have no points, and
Okay.
we kind of, Lost
Okay,
a
so
lot of
we got
points.
you bidding 101. Now, see, I've got a pinochle, which is 40.
What are pinnacles?
Queen
Queen
spades,
spades.
jack of diamonds. You don't have one of those because you don't have a queen spade.
Pinnacles with how much?
40.
That's important. Queen spade, check it out.
I don't have it either.
And
I said
I,
right now, it's a
and I've got a straight flush and my spades.
Between you and your queens from on that one.
That's fine. Go ahead, think. Make that video good.
So I would bid, at this point, I'd probably just bid one more than you.
What happened to bidding in tens?
Well, that's what the instructions say, but I know we never did.
No.
But I don't think I use this point structure either.
Just make it one for that point structure where it goes with us.
Okay, so if
How
I,
much is 150?
so if I said 102, I think we did,
I think it was 20, then 40, then 60, then 80.
okay. And then Jan's going to,
She's gonna pass.
Well, I have 170 points.
That's right, you do have a straight flush, but I don't know if you
well, if you
call it.
call trump, you have 107
Right.
points. But you don't really have a really strong suit.
Right.
I would,
In fact, I've got the exact same thing.
I would pass.
It's weird.
Pass.
Well, I
She
think
calls
I would-
hearts, she don't have a strong enough suit in hearts.
I think I would too, because you don't,
Your partner's already called, he has aces around.
the thing I'm missing is because if somehow in this bidding, you're supposed to be able to tell your partner more how many points you have, or whether you have a strong suit or something.
So why does your partner need to know what you have?
Because you play together. If you just had points with no
Well,
merit,
why does she want to know I have aces around, I guess?
well, that's because if she's got a real strong, if she had a real long, see, I've got a real long suit, but I don't have a whole lot of power in the rest of my hand. So knowing that my partner had aces, which are points plus high cards, would make me bid more.
Oh, so because you get more points to take your...
Yeah.
That's right.
But,
I don't remember how to play this very much,
but, I think in Jen's case, I would pass,
And it comes to me, and I ain't passing.
and,
I don't have a marriage, I have a pinochle, I have no points, I'm passing. It doesn't matter what my partner has or what I have.
So a pinnacle is worth...
35 points. Double pinnacle 70.
well, this says 40.
Takes us 35.
40.
Sure?
Pinnacle.
Okay, double pinnacle 80.
So what's good at pinnacle then? Pinnacle's not that great.
pinochle just, it's just a weird combination that gives you some points when you're melding. It doesn't do anything
And
else.
then
I think
I can
we
hold
had
me in
somewhere-
flush.
We had a whole different point structure because pinnacle was worth a lot more points. You sure?
A double pinochle.
Okay.
What's double do?
Well, this one is just simply double the score, but I think in
The
the
other
one
one we
we did
played was a lot more.
was a lot more.
If, okay, so the purpose of the bidding
Is
is
to get Trump.
to get Trump.
That's all it does,
To be
and
able
you
to
make
name
them
the
out.
trump.
And it names your
And but you
amount.
have to be able to prove that you can get that many points, or you do have to get that many points.
You have to, if you,
Okay, when you lay down the points in your hand,
no, you don't have to prove it, you just have to then, but there is something, because sometimes you can't meld enough to, there's a minimum meld, because sometimes you lose your,
hundreds, right?
No, you can, if you want to bet 1,000 and not have nothing, you could, but you ain't never gonna get it when you
There's a
play.
point structure that you can't get enough points to get your amount no matter what.
okay.
It don't matter what you
All right,
bet.
wait a minute, we're gonna assume that I get this bid at let's see, you was 101, I was 102, you would probably bid one more time. Yeah, and I would bid again, then you pass. So,
Okay.
Wouldn't I call hearts?
103. Well, you can't
Yeah.
call hearts because you don't have a marriage in it.
Oh, that's right.
You'd have to call club.
I could call it,
Now,
but I'm not yet. Not now.
yeah, now see, in this case, if you ended up getting the bid called hearts, it would work out because
But
he's
you
got a lot
don't
of
know
hearts.
he has that.
But, you know, it's kind of hard to, okay. So I would call spades as trump, and then what we would do is we would put down our points, which, oops, I do that backwards.
You show your points before you go through and do all this?
You show your mail, yes,
I just say we say it.
which in my case is the pinochle and this straight flush I have.
And this is assuming I'm not gonna remember what you have so that it'll affect the.
Well,
trump
everybody
later.
gets to see it, and I mean, obviously, if this is what I'm calling trumps, I, probably have some, so.
Because in spades, it would make a big difference if I knew
Yeah,
what cards you had,
yeah.
but in this it doesn't really.
Well, I don't know, it's just the way it does.
What's a straight flush, Ginger?
Okay, so, in my case, I have 150, 190, and we count ours together, and he's got 40, so that's 230.
What's a roll there? It's the, what you call trump?
If you had a king and queen of spades, you would get double the points for it.
That's how many you
Okay, so you've got 120, 40,
because this isn't trump.
well, I've got 20 there, but
Oh.
it's 40. But, see, the way they've got this, you don't get anything for that because it's not trump. You only get 20 points for the king and queen. So you got 120,
So,
40, 60.
so you don't know it's trump unless you win the bid, right?
You don't get to call
Remember I
trump.
played
So you know he knows trump.
Not on the
Do you remember how?
Never have.
Yep.
Flush a trump until you get.
Yes, I do.
Until you call him. So once she calls that flush, he doesn't get anything.
Like what?
Right, that's correct, according to the.
Compare what you know to our, how they got it
I
on.
want to know how the points go.
Okay, Pinocchio's 4, got 2's 15, got 3's got 30. You got 4's 150.
Okay, what's a marriage?
A marriage is 2, except in trump is 4.
Okay.
A run in that suit is, a run in the suit that is trump is a 15.
So this is, it's just every, that,
But it's just-
divided by,
Yeah, the 10's like 4.
What is a run?
it's the.
A straight flush is not trump.
A straight flush if it's not trump, it ain't shit, except for marriage. It's a marriage, if it's a marriage, it is.
Okay,
But if
and
you got kings around, kings around, aces around, you got doubles around, you add a 0. It goes, 8 points to 10, 2, 4, 6, 20,
Okay,
40,
2, 4, 6, and if it's double, it's
20, 40,
46.
60, 80, 100
And
with
what is
aces.
triple?
What, triple?
I've never seen triple.
Well, it's, it doubles what the other, of the 80 to 160.
Okay. What,
Minimum bid.
what's the minimum bid?
The minimum bid's 20. That I don't know. Minimum bid's,
I'll say 30, because I get.
no, it ain't.
I think it's
It's like, it's low, it's 15 does sound right. Is
50.
it
No, I said 50.
50? Oh.
Not if the ones are 2, 4, 6.
No, 50's where you gotta go 5 at a time, you can't go up 1. You gotta go 55, 60.
Yep.
Oh, okay.
At 50,
That's where I
what
got
50.
excited, started going 55, 60.
You can't go 51.
Yeah.
You gotta go 55.
You gotta go by 5.
You gotta
So
go
when
by 5 at
Ed's
50.
doing everything divided by 10, right?
Well, yeah, which is what I thought at
So what
first.
kind of scoring is that? Their scoring is so high. So we got me.
I think that you gotta get 20 or you get set. Remember, it's 20, it ain't 15. It's 20.
Minimum bid is 20,
20.
you have to get,
That's the
Oh,
cost
right.
on it.
So even if we couldn't get that, we don't get 20 between us, we
well,
lose.
how much do they count when you count points after you take the trick?
If you take the trick, trump counts from 1, aces, kings, queen, with aces,
What do you mean trumps count one? Trumps don't count anything, aces and tens and,
no. 10s don't count anything.
10 don't count.
10 counts the second highest card,
If it
but
don't
it
count
only
nothing.
count nothing.
Yeah, I told you that.
Right.
okay.
I knew that, I got excited, I knew that.
What?
Then what are the points?
Face cards.
First part.
One
Aces
point.
high, king, queen.
One for each?
Yeah.
Well, ain't nothing like that.
I thought your aces were counted more than your 10s here.
Tens don't count as
Calling us
nothing.
10s? Is
don't count as
this for
nothing.
male or is that for male?
10's the second highest card.
Well, this is.
It goes
this
ace
is
10,
after you take
yeah,
the
king,
tricks.
jack, but 10's you don't get no points
You
for.
mean aces in my hand
So
don't
that's
count for
right.
any more points than a king when I
If
give
you
it?
got aces around,
No,
you
when I
got
add
10
them, no, I
points.
know that, when I add them up.
No.
Yeah, but this
So,
is ace.
so if my
10,
partner's taking out their ace or king, it does not
and
matter,
he's
either way.
saying-
No, it make no difference.
Okay.
He's saying that the aces,
Aces around a 10 is aces around is 10 points, double around is 20.
that can't be
Yeah.
right.
Triple around is 30.
Triple round, no, triple round's 45. No, a triple, aces around is 10,
Alright, double aces around is big.
20, no, 100, it's 100.
It jumps up
Yes,
that much.
right, 100.
It doubles. I mean,
Yeah,
Yeah.
well, it's,
it
yeah.
times 10s if you
But-
get double aces
Yeah.
around. It's so hard to get.
It's after you take the tricks and you count the points, that's what I can't do
Right.
in my head.
It's a point, it's a point per
Something's got to be more, that's not enough points. You're talking about the aces, kings, queens, and jacks at 1 point each.
yeah, plus your, what's your mail? It's gotta be 20, if you bid 20. Bid 50, you gotta have all of them plus the stuff, whatever you have mail. If you have 30 mail and you bid 50, all you gotta do is make it.
Okay, I remember that part, but see, what I can't remember is this in here, because that's only, there's 4 of each thing.
16 points. But your meal counts. Your meal in that.
I'm not talking about that, I'm talking if you bid 50 and you gotta take 20, how do you come up with this 20 points?
If you bid 50,
Okay, well, that
you
makes.
score how much meal you got. You got 50 meal, you ain't got to do nothing but make it, get to 20.
Aces don't count more?
What?
I thought aces count like 2.
Aces, when you count trump, it's just card. Counts more than meal.
Okay, 'cause that would
And
be
you know what,
more
you know what,
than-
you know what marriages around are? How much that counts?
Big money, I know
Yeah, but you can't take no tricks when you got marriages around. Or like double jacks, that counts a lot as meal, but you can't take no tricks.
What's a double marriage? Can't take no tricks.
You can take tricks.
What is marriages around? I mean,
I thought it was 32. Well, yeah, I think it's 32. It's just odd. It's an oddball thing. And that's, you know, marriages around.
So what's the major difference between what he says and what the card instructions say?
That's the kind of pinnacle we played.
Well, I
Double
thought,
deck.
see, when I looked at this, it was like, this doesn't.
Are you counting double deck?
Yeah.
Okay, and how many points you're getting on double deck?
Well,
And there ain't no low cards and there's, you know.
okay.
So you can bet high because it gives you that meal if you got it, to be able to
You can write all
play.
these
You
scores.
gotta get 20,
Yeah, I
I got you.
you know, to save, that whatever your meal plus that is what you bid.
am. Okay, we have,
There's some good stroganoff on the stove.
I was looking at that, but I thought that was for tomorrow.
no, that's what we have to
Good.
show
Oh,
tonight.
good.
The meatballs are for tomorrow.
Oh, that's right, that's what you told me. So, what about Stone Mountain, did y'all go? Anything there?
Skylift thing was shut down because it was too windy. So we just looked at it. We didn't get to go to the top.
Wander around a little bit, go around.
Yeah, it was nice. I'd like to go back in the summer.
It's pretty, and there's places
You don't want to hike up it?
to go.
My biggest fear is falling off Stone Mountain. Oh my God. I've had dreams all my life of me falling off.
When you get up on top of it, you'll realize how high it is.
Yeah, that's one thing neat about the top, is you can see the whole skyline on a clear day like
You
that.
didn't go up on top? There's holes all up here where lightning has struck over the last thousands of years. There's little pools, and there's a shrimp that's only up there, lives in those little pools. And there's some flowers that live on the side of it that's only on that mountain, nowhere else in the world.
Really? How do the shrimp get there?
I do not know. And it dries up. The thing dries up. It's a little freshwater shrimp. And the thing dries up all the time. I don't know how they make.
Maybe they're like them seahorses. How does this work? Does anybody know? How do seahorses, aren't they all dried up and then if you put them in water, they're alive?
No. That's some funny bugs, man.
That's not true.
Seahorses live.
As you dry up,
No,
You
they
don't
come in a
let your body
packet
dry?
dried up.
they do. I thought, I've tried them out there in the bay, but I didn't know that they did that.
Man, you can put a seahorse in the
They're
bag.
not seahorses, they're sea,
Something else, man, I see horses.
yeah, they're not seahorses, they're sea people, but they're called,
You know what I'm talking about?
mm-hmm.
And what's a double pinnacle?
I think they're actually brine shrimp.
40.
Brine shrimp.
That's what I'm
A
used to.
single pinnacle is 4, and a double pinnacle is 40.
What's a triple?
400.
And all this is for male though, right?
It's not that.
Oh, yeah, it is. 400.
Triple
So if you
pinnacle.
You ever seen anybody with a triple pinnacle? Yeah.
If you get,
I've had double aces around, that's 100.
if you got 400 points,
You
you
bet
just
that's
have to take 20. And how much points you have to take
To say,
is your mailed minus your bid.
Yes. But you have to take at least 20 points
So
to save your money.
the higher you bid,
and then your
so
meal.
it's your bid minus your mail is what it is.
So basically, you can bid the greatest thing
If
in
you
the world
bid
and
under
not
your
make it.
mail, if you get 400, you'll always bid under your mail.
No, you say 59, that tells your partner, take it, and you name Trump.
But
Say
you
it.
got a lot of points.
Say if you had double aces around
Yeah.
or something, and a double pinocchles, if you got that, you ain't got shit for a deck to call, because everything's distribution. So you say 59, that tells her,
Okay, what if you don't
bid
win the bid? Can you get points out of that?
Yeah.
Because if
Trump.
he has double aces around, he doesn't care what.
He don't care what Trump, but he don't want to name it.
Right.
He wants you to name it, so he's gonna say 59.
Okay.
Or he's gonna, if he gets double pinocles, he said, I got a ton of meal, but I don't wanna name Trump. I want you to name Trump, and you don't let them beat you.
No, you just said after 50 we had to do it in 5.
You say 59, so it must be 60. 59 is the bid to
Okay, how about
tell
this?
your partner.
So if you got 400, you can bid 400, and all you have to
No.
bid is 20.
Yeah.
If you had 400,
But you had 400, and you wanted to bid, you'd say 400 to, so that you would do it.
yeah, but I'm saying,
You had 400 million,
if
you
you
say
bid
59.
400, all you would have to get is 20 points
Right.
to carry. But if you only had 100 points, sorry, Kentucky. If you only had 100 points of mail, and you bid 140, you would have to take 40 points.
Right.
Yeah.
You have to take 40 aces and
Out of
kings.
60.
But most of the bids are 51, 52, 53.
Yeah, that sounds better.
That's what most of the bids are.
I think it was stressing me out. It just didn't fit right.
Man, no, I got this figured out.
Most of the bids are low, and you gotta,
Like
you
in
know,
this hand,
Yeah.
because together, trying to
It's
get
just like playing spades.
30 points between the two of you is pretty good. That's the reason you wanna run, because that gives you 19, you know, right off the bat. And, 20, so, you know.
that's what, 50
That
is
gives
the
you-
minimum bid, and if somebody bid 50, it's like, well, I've got a marriage and a little bit of points.
And if you got, say you got 30
If
mil,
they bid 51,
that means you got aces. If you open with
51 means you got aces around, and 52 is like I
So aces around does not make 10 points.
20 mil, 18 to 20 mil.
Aces around is not with 10 points.
yeah.
What about if you go roll flush and you're called?
That's
trump suit?
19.
That's only 19?
Yeah, run plus your marriage.
You get the marriage.
Get the marriage and the run. 15 and 4 is 9.
So it's hard to have a
Okay,
lot.
well, that's what I'm saying, that's the way we played. You got 15 for a straight flush, whether it was,
Only in your
Trump suit.
trump suit, and then you get
you get the marriage on top of it?
the marriage with it, which makes it 19 points.
How much is a pinochle? Say, would you say pinochle?
4.
4 points.
Double.
And you have to lay that down, you know.
How much is
We
a
know
double?
that.
The only part we had right.
How much is a double
It
pinochle?
says 40, but I
40.
think a double peanut was 15.
No, it's 40. Remember, I got so excited about a double pinochle. That's why I just, when I drive, I pick them up.
I look like I had a look at it.
It was the reflection.
Okay, let's start. Let's put our hands down again. We can't recount our points.
I know how many points I got. I know what I'm doing. I don't even need to show.
Okay, I know.
Okay.
I'm clueless, so.
2 points down the penalty.
He has aces around, he has 2 marriages. All right, your turn.
Oh, slow down, Richard.
So how'd Bubba do this afternoon?
What?
Except for Debbie
She's
got the
in
plate on
our
her head.
bed. I need to pick her up and put
I
her
need
in
to
the
have a plate on there.
Besides what?
He just pulled one out.
Bubba had a rough evening.
What?
Well, let's see. I mean, she's doing pretty good, and then David
She's in a
stopped.
good mood.
David stopped by, and he got a plate out of the thing to fix supper, and he was talking to your mother, and he kind of came down with a plate and whacked her right in the head. I think he took some Christmas and whacked her. Then,
Oh, he was doing
then
Superman. In her.
she had my shoes on. But she sat on Jeffrey's legs, and he was going up and down with her, but then he kind of went way up, and the shoes came up.
Blew up her feet and hit her in the head.
And he was doing Superman with her. I don't know what you
You got
Hold her pants all the
and
way.
also you gotta have a marriage in the suit that you
Yes,
call
I knew
Trump.
that too. I knew that too. See,
What are y'all doing?
these rules that
We're
we're doing a
practicing.
practice hand.
Well, you ain't even got a marriage, one marriage.
Put your hand back together.
Crap, man.
We're starting like all over,
It ain't that bad.
like
I
you're
know
looking,
chances. Your knees is around.
that you're looking at your hand a bit.
I don't need it.
They do, hush.
Okay, I have
In
nothing.
my head.
Man, it's cold outside.
Put your hand down. We're like, put your hand down
This is 32, that's
like you're analyzing your hand.
a little stuff right into.
The secret of the thing is bidding right.
Yeah. You never learned that, but one.
I did. I kick ass. I sit down here and wipe y'all out in a heartbeat. I bid right.
Okay.
Okay, so you would look at your.
I take it away
You got
every
aces
time.
around. You've got a marriage.
Sit, man.
So you would bid 51, so you want to tell your partner that you have aces around. So that she's got a good suit, she knows that. Okay, I've got this long suit, I've only got a pinochle, which is 4, and 19. But I don't really want to tell you my points, because I want to bid this suit.
Yeah.
So I'm just going to go 1 over him, and I'm going to say 52. Now, Jim's got kind of a mediocre hand.
I've got the flush,
She does have this.
We're trying.
and I've got 2 marriages. So I've got 19 and 23.
Yeah, so you know you got 33.
And you know he's got at least 10, because
It's 33.
he tells you that.
You really got more than that because that 10's probably good. Good
Okay,
shot.
but she doesn't really have a strong suit. So what would you bid with that?
With that, I would bid 1 over. What'd you say? Would you bid?
52.
I'd say 53.
You know,
Okay, this is where I'm confused. If I have 33, why am I bidding 53?
because she's got points.
Because
You know, I have 10 points.
the bid,
No, if I've got-
the bid
And you gotta
start-
get 20 no matter
The
what.
bid starts at 50, and your only goal is to be the highest one to call Trump.
You want to call Trump.
Okay.
Because when you
You know,
call
we have-
Trump, that's the only way that counts. See, that don't count as nothing. Y'all ain't got nothing if you can't
Right.
count your 19. You don't want her to call Trump.
What if I call?
It might help. You
if
want
you
What if I
have-
bet 65 then? I mean,
No,
Well,
you got no
because-
deal.
Because there's no point in jumping that high, because then it makes you have to take that many more
You
trips.
want to get it cheap as you can.
Affirmative.
I want to get it
Yeah,
as
those,
cheap as you can. But if you had a hand with just lots and lots, like a triple pinochle, but no suit, you would bid 59, and that tells
Him, he better call
I
Trump.
got points, but I can't call Trump.
So we got 30 points, right? And if you bid 65, 65 minus 30 is 35. So we'd have to take 35 points on
You
the
ain't gonna
play.
do that. You gonna
okay.
take-
That's why you don't want to bid high. Pass. But if you have a really good hand, you can bid higher because you can take more points in the game part.
And if you call Trump, you got a better
See,
chance. You can take
when he passed, that says he don't have 10 points a meal.
I only have a marriage.
Yeah, he don't have marriage. It's telling her, hey, don't expect nothing out of me. You do it with your hand. Then you would get this and you would pass.
Okay, now,
You would
your
pass.
partner said, I've got a little bit too, you said you got a little bit, but you don't really have a strong enough suit.
To call.
All you can call clubs. So you would pass, And I would bid again because I have this big suit and I wanna play it, so I would say 50.
You've already won.
No,
She bid
No,
it.
that is
That's right.
51, I'd say 54.
Okay.
and you know what I would do, if I was sitting in your hand, I would say 50 back.
Now, he is a very aggressive bidder.
Because I want her to bid as high as he is to try to set her.
Okay.
But I don't wanna go high enough that I can't get, because you know he's got aces, right? And you've got some good aces, you know? So I'd say, man, I'd go about 56,
Put a jack on.
and that'd be about it. And I'd quit, let her have it, try to set her, and she'd make it. She would make her bid.
He likes
Okay.
to be really
Well,
aggressive.
let's do 54 and 53 for a little bit of practice.
Okay.
Yeah, well, that's what
See
you
how
would,
everything works out.
well, that's about what you would
Okay.
go. You ain't gonna stop her, she's gonna make it.
Okay.
But your aces are gonna give her a hard time and make her nervous, because all of his aces are gonna work. I mean, this is a good game after you play it a lot.
Okay, so, anyway, the bid is 54, and now what we do is we put our mail down.
Already did, yeah.
Right, man.
Well, I know, but we're new points scheduled, so
I'm
do
not,
it.
yeah.
Okay.
You're not doing
So you
good.
have aces and what?
And a pair. I would say let's start over with a bid. Let's play for it.
We're gonna play one pack.
I still don't, I'm still kind of foolish.
Pass.
So I figured out I had 23.
Okay, and you had
10,
33.
Aces around, you have a marriage. Aces around in a marriage.
37. Except we don't know what trump is. Are we? Just a second, my flush doesn't count unless it's trump.
That's
Then
right.
you call
I
Trump.
call spades.
The
I
spades
call
are Trump.
spades, 'cause I got,
Oh, so then I've only got 8 points.
okay. So you've got 8, and you've got 10, and a marriage. So you've got 12, so you guys got 20 points.
22.
22.
And unless
So
we
we
get
have to
more.
get 20 points.
You have to get at least 20 points to stay with me.
Is your mansion state?
I did 2 of them in spades.
I have one marriage. What are you worth it with some spades? Doubles?
You're worth 8, right?
Okay, so I've got, because I can call Trump, I've got 19, and I've got a pinochle, which is 4, so that's 23. That's all I have. And what do you got, Paul?
Pinochle.
Pinochle, 23, 27. So we've got to take 27 to get our 54. We have to make, when we play the hand out, we have to get at least 27 points to keep our 27 mail. Okay,
So
you
you could
start.
have a little higher, those aces you got, you might have set them. You know, ain't likely, but you might have. So you want to get them high, and you can't win without bidding.
You have to take the trick. You can't slip off and play low and you have to play something.
You've got to follow suit. You've got to follow suit.
And you have to play
I
trump.
think
You've got to play trump
No
if
fat.
you're out of suit.
Cream cheese.
And can you lead a trump? Is it?
You can lead a trump. Everybody's got to beat it. You can't slip off. If she threw out there a jack, you would have to throw a queen or better.
I would have to if I
You would
had
have to.
it?
You have to beat
it
it.
if you can.
You can.
You have to beat it if
What
you can.
happens if 2 people have aces?
The
Hey,
first person throw it out.
First ace gets one.
Does that mean
That does,
no?
yeah.
You know good and well, if I stuck my finger in your food, you would just raise hand. That's disgusting. That's just terrible. That's just, you just sit there and
So if you
raise
play
hand
aces,
and
I
you
have
will
aces.
do it
I
to
don't
me.
have to play
Right.
because there's
But
no
if
way.
you've only got an ace, you got
No, I
to.
said that, you
That
still
happens.
Sometimes it happens.
You still be pissed. I'm truly sorry, Gooch. I feel bad for what I've done.
First one takes it.
Makes me mad.
What?
Man, can't get it. Okay, he stuck my finger in my whipped cream, took a bite out. You know good and well, if I even touch anything he would eat, he would freak out, would not eat it, throw it away, and fix his other.
Jeffrey, come over here. You're supposed to lead. I said. No, Jim.
I do.
I got the bid.
So what-
You lead.
What's my strategy?
You just want to take points, you want to lead your highest card.
I do want to lead my house. That's my strategy.
So you call spades as your trump, right?
Yes.
Is there any advantage to me leading trump, or I'm just
No,
gonna
you really,
start throwing
you wouldn't want to
out
lead,
Um,
you wouldn't want to lead trump, you'd
Let
probably
me
start
see, let me
throwing
tell you
out
what you ought to lead. You know that he's got aces, you want to get to his hand. I don't know how you could figure to get to his hand. If I was leading out, since I've got these, I would lead my ace out and get my points.
Okay.
If he throws, when you lead these out, he's supposed to throw a face card on it.
Mhm.
If he throws something in the ace other than a face card on it, that means lead those again, I got a high card or I'm void. So leave these aces out, burn all your aces.
Okay, and get a feel for what he's
Yeah,
playing.
and he ought to throw a face to get a pointer to you. And then, if he throws out a no pointer to you, like a,
There's only one no pointer, a 10.
10, if he was to put a 10 on you, that means he's voiding that suit. You don't have a pointer, or it means that he wants you to come back with that suit. That he's got an ace or something.
Okay.
You're looking for his hand, and you're looking to get as many points as you can initially, and get through Paul.
Okay.
To get him in the lead with his aces.
Okay.
And he's supposed to try to tell you how to do that.
Why would you lead
Okay,
trump?
The person, that side of the deal.
But you're getting her to lead trump.
Okay, well then Jenny doesn't lead, it's because
Well, feel like you dealt.
Well, we're playing like that,
Okay.
So if he puts the king out, that's
That
fine.
means he's got a point, that's fine.
But would you want her to lead trump?
No,
That's trump.
Would you
I
have
thought you told me to lead Trump.
well, I don't know, make no difference.
I appreciate you having her lead Trump.
Well, I mean, whatever, aces,
You always do the same thing.
yeah, under these circumstances. But she's really the one that wants to get everybody out of Trump. That's all right. But your other ace is like over here.
Okay. Did you put that out?
Yeah. I mean, she ain't got no Trump. We know he ain't got much, but she had something.
Okay. But I wouldn't really know that.
Well, yeah, you'd know it by what normally you would.
Oh,
Because she
because
called it, and she showed it, and she had.
Oh, okay.
So what's the last?
She had the ace of hearts. You know that he's got an ace of hearts.
What's this thing about 10?
10's not, yeah.
10's
are
the
within
next,
points.
kings are the next highest after ace, right?
No, as far as.
Tens are the next highest, but
They don't have no
count, they
points.
don't have any points.
Good slump, good slump.
It goes ace, 10, king, queen.
So I'd want to put a 10 out now.
Well, no, if
If I
all
know the
aces are,
aces?
Well,
yeah, if all aces are gone. You want to put something out that he can take the trick. I don't know how you're gonna figure that, but,
Well, you know, you got aces and everything. You got to figure out what Goose doesn't have aces.
yeah, right, if you can figure that out, I don't know how you can figure that out.
You can't.
No, what I would probably
The
do,
king.
here's what I'd probably do. I'd probably throw out this no pointer of
Good
spades.
enough one.
Well, he threw it, no,
Spades are Trump.
I know, but it would give his ace, but he's already played it.
Yeah.
Very fun, man.
If he didn't have that, you'd throw that and let him throw his ace,
Uh-huh.
because he probably don't have one, since you had him.
Well, there's 4 aces, there's 4 of everything in every
Right.
suit.
Right.
And there's already been 3 aces
What?
played there, and I have one
No,
because
you
I
got
had,
one, right.
I had the thing, so.
But I'm trying to give him control
You're
so I'm
trying-
going to play a low card.
Yeah. If, in case you don't get it, you don't want a pointer to go by. You want, if Gooch gets by, so you can get by Gooch.
Oh.
I thought you said that was a pointer.
But
It is a pointer.
it is.
Check it. I always thought you were paying.
But- What?
I don't know what I
Are
was
10's the only no points?
Is that yours?
Yes, fine. Take it.
So he's gonna play all his aces. Now, he's gotta get by Jeffrey, which after he runs out of aces, he won't be able to. Unless he was smart and play a spade to get into Terry's hands, so she can burn everybody.
But if you're smart, you don't have no spades. You
Right.
can't play in the territory.
That's right. So you gotta,
Who's slump?
And then,
no
I-
point. You
but I
gotta
don't
give,
have any.
give him the low one.
So I want to go ahead and play my 10.
Yeah, you wanna throw a 10 out there, you don't wanna give him a point. The boy has got some aces.
Well, the aces, I should have them around. Well, she should trump it. Well, she took out another 10.
Oh, we don't have to.
No, you have to trump if you got one, though.
Yeah. You gotta put a
Well,
point.
see, that's what I'm saying. I'm trying to get you to trump it because I don't want to lead.
See, you got nothing but shit left.
Mm-hmm.
So, she ain't told me.
Yeah, I mean,
Now, if I don't have no trump, I can just slough off a high point, can't I?
you wanna give her a pointer, some pointer, but not. And the person that gets the last trick gets 2 extra points. You try to get that last trick.
Okay, this is starting to make sense.
Yeah,
This
basically just
isn't
like,
anything like what I've played before.
just like spades after you play.
Are they all partners? I don't think I've ever played them
You
with
can
partners.
play,
So I can play anything.
Yeah.
Now what's the point? For jacks? or-
Everything's 1, 10 or
everything's
nothing.
1 except for the 10.
Okay.
So, if not, it can be good.
I get it.
What can I do to count? I know it's your turn.
Oh, think about it.
That's what cheesecake is?
If it kind of upsets me, it's healthy. Did you have every ace?
I had time.
No, for diamonds, you had every ace of diamonds. I really did. I only think y'all got something else.
What did you get?
13. Is that what we have to get?
Yeah, I hit one of them.
He's lump. He's lump.
It don't matter. It's fine. We got it. We had to get 20 out easy.
I didn't notice how bad people spoke. You know me, I'm pretty bad, but
I'm gonna go check on Amazon. Yeah, be like another one I've got. I gotta put my contact back in so I can see what I'm doing.
what time is it?
Okay. Yes, you'd like to get up early, Snake Stump. Later we stay sleep, Jar's gonna get. I'm saying, if you wake me up before 9:30, 10 o'clock, I'm just gonna, fart, burp, or throw something at you and we're gonna go back to bed.
Yeah, you got 10 o'clock.
Before we even load it, put anything on the motorcycle, man, I guess we'll ride down to that place and look. That place looks like it's covered in mud. There's no way we can let it dodge.
You still on the cards out there?
Do everything else, Vic.
Well, we're trying to figure out how to plan to get there.
Me and Junior are about to put a butt whooping on. I'm just gonna get like, quadruple something. Just bet like, I'll bet 100.
He's lump.
So if you don't get 20, you get that.
Depends what you
What's the meld have to do with it?
Well, I mean, yeah, if you bet too high, I mean, see, like, if you'd have bet then, and you'd have,
I better explain to you than anybody else in the world. If you get, your meld is 50, and you bid 50, you still only have to get 20. How was I ready? Okay, now if your meld is 20, and you bid 50, you have to get 30 points. So you have to have an awesome hand.
Okay.
That's why meld's important. If you get a huge meld, you can bid anything you want and get trump. So then when you get done with your hand, you get the points for your meld, and you get the points for your hand. So your score's a lot better. So meld, if you got a good meld, your hand's easy. You can outbid them from trumps, you get all the points for your meld, and you get all the...
We don't get any points for the meld unless we win.
Well, you get points for your meld if you make 20. 20 is the minimum you can get.
But the more you bid,
The whole purpose
you
of
get more
bidding is
points.
to get the trump.
Okay, but the more you bid, the more points you can actually get, can't you?
Well, you can take trump, and then you can
Take more cards.
take more cards. The whole key to bidding high is to get the lead.
Oh,
So
okay,
you can
so
set the other people and make
we
them
just
lose.
bid 53 and we got 22. So how many points
Okay.
did we get?
Okay. We bid 53,
Mm-hmm.
okay, but we had 37 points or something.
Okay.
Well, 53 minus 37,
We only had 22 actually.
that's 22? Well, then we probably got 7. Well, if we had 53, we got 22, we bid 53,
Mm-hmm.
we had to get 31.
And we only got 22.
So we got 7.
Yeah, but you had gotten the bid on Trump. You would have been.
We didn't, though, that's what I'm saying. But you have to get Trump to get set, right?
No, if you don't take,
If you don't win the bid, your bid doesn't count.
that's right.
Right, so if you don't win the bid, you only have to get 20.
Okay. And we got 22, so we get 22
Right.
points.
You get 22 points plus the 22 that you had in mount.
But you gotta make 20 to save your meal.
We got that, we're all over that. Save our mail part. What's the number again?
Tuesday, Jack and
Bates, Jack of Diamonds.
We have no,
Oh, I'm in the special ed.
Special ed.
That's what you are.
Okay.
Too red was in the middle, so my eyes are working. Okay, let's see what you got. Well, you got these around, so you know how many points that is. Okay, you got 1, 2, 3, 4 marriages. So, see if it doesn't hurt, you know, that hurts. And, well, who dealt this?
Okay, I had a question. A marriage is what, 2 points?
So you got 2, 4.
Ed,
2 points, yeah.
You got 2, 2, 4,
what about
5, 6.
if you got a double marriage in what you call
7, 8.
Trump,
Yeah.
does that do anything?
You got 8, so you call that
Double
10
marriage
points.
and Trump?
Yeah.
8 and then plus the
Double.
Yeah.
So it's like 8 points. What are you showing first? Don't.
why does it matter if I show first? That's
Now,
Get the bid.
you know, you think that's a pretty
anything
good.
until
I have
the bid.
this too.
Yeah, that's only if you get the bid, and that's naked, see, no extras, so it don't make it too strong. The only thing that thing's really good for, if he's got some of them, if you bid it. So, you know, or they get the bid, because that ain't really, you know, you got too much distribution to get excited. You got, you know, enough meal to help somebody out, maybe, and that's about it.
Okay, so who,
8.
You're the one that bids.
got Jeffrey Delphine?
Plus that, so that's 14.
Still.
Okay, I'm gonna say 54.
She's saying she's got 40 points in meal. She's trying to tell her she said, look, I got 40 points in meal. You better, if you got,
Compared to my 14?
no, she is telling him.
Right.
She's the
and I
first
got
one to
40.
bill. He bid 54, so I got 40 something points. Boy, if you got a pretty good suit, I want you to call it.
What'd you bid?
54.
So what does that bid tell us?
So I got 40 points.
40
What
or
does that
more.
tell you that?
because
It says
the
four.
50's the minimum, and I bid 4 above it, so.
And she's wanting to see if he's got a strong suit. Now, if he comes back and says, if you said 55, he says 58. He says, I got 30 points, you call it. That's 70 points a meal, you know?
So what do I do?
Well, you just up it for
65.
65, that lets Jeffrey know you got around 10 points.
Okay.
How do you, I really don't wanna call nothing.
Hey, you can pass if you want to, but your partner will probably kill your ass.
I know
Because they'll have a hanger with that bid. But no, it's a bid.
No, because she's
No,
sitting
sir,
between me.
You can pass.
So if
You
you
can
don't
pass.
have a strong suit, and
Pass.
you don't have mail, then you can pass.
I mean, I'm just
And
a bit, a pass, I mean, I can't, I
That's
don't know.
fine. If she would have passed, you better not pass. You might have not had a marriage and had 40 points a meal.
Yeah, if Jenny had
Well,
passed.
see, I got, my problem is, I mean, you can't talk, I got 20 points in my hand. But I can't, there's nothing I can
That's
call.
fine.
Okay.
Okay, pass. That's what you want to do.
If I could call one suit which I don't have a marriage in, that'd be just fine.
Let me see what you got.
Let me know.
Let me look.
Got that, I got that, I got that.
Okay. Hey, look, you know what I'd do if I was you? Hey, man, she ain't got shit. You got mail, right? She's gonna end up calling. Make her call it, because she already said, I got a lot of mail, but I don't wanna call it. And now her partner said, I ain't got, we're calling, maybe she'll get your hand. You wanna pass.
I know what she's gonna call for Trump.
15, 16, 17, 18.
You got good. Good mail. She ain't got a good suit, so you pass. The object's to set her name.
I don't want to drive.
You're right, you wanna
I don't
pass.
want the trouble.
And she ain't got a real strong suit, she told you, but she got 10 points a meal.
I pass.
Alright, you get to bed again, Mother.
I mean, she loved to pass and took it on her, make her a call, you know. But I don't think she is.
So now I don't have to show my points because I didn't win the bid.
Well, you got a lot of them.
I wish I could.
I think I would, if I had this and didn't know when I was playing, I would hook it on her. I would make her take it and I'd say,
I don't have, I mean,
Make
yes,
her call.
I have marriages, but I'm not, this
you ain't
is,
got shit either.
no.
Yeah.
I passed.
Okay, you got a call.
Okay, so I wanna call the one that I have.
You have, it has to have a
You have to have a
marriage.
marriage.
You wanna call the one that you got the
Loyalty
car.
today,
You know, you don't have a lot of cars to get the meal up, cause you got it cheap.
Okay.
Why do you
Yeah.
want her to call
If
Trump?
you
The only
wanted
reason
me
she
to
can
call-
call Trump is that
If you wanted me to
I
call
know,
Trump,
but
you would've had to
I
show
don't know what to
me
bid, I
points.
don't know. It's,
And we would've been gambling.
Yeah,
Okay, what do you call Trump?
Heart.
Okay.
Like,
Just to get the meal.
Okay.
Do I have to show my points?
Yep.
Yeah.
Why do I have to show my points?
That's
That's the rule.
name of the game, man. You
Okay,
don't lie.
so the bid
Well,
was.
who cares if I lied? I didn't win the
55.
bid.
She did, and you together gotta count your meal
We've gotta
together.
show our.
Oh,
points,
that's
too.
right.
The more meal you got, I mean,
You
you
don't
know,
have to
but,
show your hand. You
I
just
got
show-
kings around and 3 marriages.
see, this is kind of a
Well, I have the double pinochle.
this is kind of a tough hand. I mean, here, nobody wants the thing. Your aces help her, but it's better always to get the bid. If there's any way to get it, get that sucker.
We have kings around.
Queens around or 10 at 6.
I got kings around, 2 pinocchles, a pinochle.
2, 4, 12. You got 16.
Freaking old wax bud.
Yeah, he's got probably a lot of your cards.
Oh, yeah.
But he's got aces, that's gonna help you.
yeah, he's got.
He's got aces, that's gonna help you on your nail. All you're gonna have to get is 20, you got enough trumps. There's no problem.
Okay, so you have
And so
10,
he'll lead though.
12,
Yeah.
about
He
14.
Oh, she lead.
15, 16, 17, 18.
I thought whoever had the high bid got the lead.
14, 16,
4 for that.
17, 18, 19, 20.
20.
She's got
And
20.
29.
So you got 49.
See, so all y'all gotta do is save. It's better that you call Trump than them because, I mean, you know,
just to keep her from
You
picking.
just heard called it, you called your best suit.
But we bid so low that we easily would've got, we still had to get 20-minute roll.
Right, no matter what, but you called and give her more trump, and if, I don't know if it's her best suit, she ain't got, probably it's Paul's best suit.
That's what I would call Trump by the
That's what
choice.
he'd have called his hearts. But don't
But I
make no
can't,
difference.
I'm married.
You're
That's one reason I didn't
you're
wanna,
not-
if I'd have married you, I would've
I
wanted to
believe-
bid.
Yeah, you leave.
Tell me what's Trump?
Hearts. Put a no pointer on there if you can.
Right.
10, Jeff.
It's still kinda hard to tell what it's 10. So where did she leave?
8 o'clock.
I'm not really.
You know what I think it is, though? I think a 10 counts and a jack is the no count.
I don't think a 10 counts, I really don't.
Well,
I think
Either
it's
that
I'm
or-
wondering if we didn't play with the nines.
I would put it.
I think I can fit it in my hand. Go, Jeff.
I don't think I could
Okay,
either.
tell me what was
See,
played
if
on
it
the
is,
last
it's too many,
She let that.
it just sounds like it's too
No.
many points.
No, it's them twos are going.
Like jack and queens don't count.
One of those ones will say,
Yeah. That's one way to put it. Jack and queens only aces, kings, and things. Yeah.
there's so many variations, I can't.
But you can play it this way, it don't make no difference.
I figured it'd be better. So, let's try.
Your last name.
Watch it, boys, count them as you go, try to make sure you get that last trick so forward, that might make the difference in going set or
Big table.
make it.
I'm gonna say John.
You liable to it. You know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna set myself in bed.
You know we're right when it goes down.
What's that? Okay. Once I get to work there,
That's what you were trying to do, right? But even if he didn't have aces, that was right for me to do, because I know he does.
Trump.
another.
Okay.
Your luck, your luck.
So if we have a high mel and we make the difference, that's good because we get the points for the mel. If we have a high mel and we don't make it, we lose everything.
Yeah,
If we don't make the difference.
well, you don't get anything, but you also go in the hole you bid.
What'd you play?
And the tens are not no pointers, I know that. As we're playing this, this is not right to be throwing tens with the second highest card. It's just, something's screwed there.
Just makes it harder.
I'm not, well, I don't know, I'm not quite
I've
sure.
always remembered that tens or second highest card, they don't count nipple.
Well, maybe that's right, just,
I'm not real sure what I'm throwing is supposed to be telling you stuff.
well, it,
I would understand it.
there's something that I remember about using jacks as a comeback, that if you throw a jack, you want that suit back.
What if you don't have one?
But if
and
you
want
don't,
it?
I know, see, it doesn't always work, because if you don't have one, you
Or if
can't.
that's the only one you got.
Uh-huh.
Right, that's what I want to do.
My partner trumped it.
Thanks for jamming. Trump card, correct.
Yeah. Yeah.
I have to cut it back.
So you have to beat any card that you have on there. Not just Trump.
I'm pretty sure it's anything, that you always have to beat whatever's ahead of you.
But if you can't beat it, you can play with it.
Brand one.
Except for, like it. He left that diamond and Jeffrey would trump that diamond, and I also didn't have diamonds, I would still have to play trump, even if I couldn't beat him. Oh, he led the,
Queen into the game. She can play a low diamonds because the Trump's already beat it.
Hey, boys, discount them. Jack and queens don't count. Aces, kings, and tens count. There's only 50 points in there. If you get 31, the other people automatically go set no matter what they bid.
that's what, the
There's
way
only
you're saying is too many points.
50's all they can have. There's only 50 that can
So,
be
the
had.
only things that don't count are Jackson Queens. That sounds right to me.
Yeah, that's Jack's queens don't count, because otherwise everybody, you can't ever set nobody.
I know, that's why I said there's too many points.
That's the way it
We'll play
is.
this one and we'll start counting it.
Well, you know, you ain't gonna set nobody this way, because there's too many extra points in there.
Well, I mean,
Count them up.
just when we count, we haven't gone far, just when we count the points that are in here.
Yeah, well, they not put 50 in there.
Um,
There's really 48 in there, but you get 2 points for getting the
Why
last
don't we just throw
credit.
in the town here and play that?
Right. That's the reason you get those two to
This
make
doesn't,
50.
I mean, it's not counting. Play for
Well,
fun.
we haven't got to the point counting part. Oh, which is the way we've been throwing, yes,
Yeah, we're
right,
gonna-
okay.
Yeah, because if people are throwing away.
Man, I'm sure not taking everything. Oh, no,
Yeah, well,
we've already got it.
well-
I mean, we didn't even get a hand.
Yeah, but everybody had a lot of nail that time with no good hands.
So aces, king, aces, tens, and jacks count as points, queens, and jacks don't.
Yeah, everything was queens and jacks.
Everything's
There's no
queens
points.
and
That would make sense.
In the last trick you get, that's 48, in the last trick you get,
Of course, I still don't understand why 10's not the lowest card, and it plays just like normal, and 10s and jacks don't count.
It's just a peculiar.
just the way you play.
It would work just fine if you did it normal.
That's the way it's played.
Way to put.
All right, now I can set you.
You probably could have set us that time. You would probably.
Oh, yeah.
With all, because you got all the rest of the tricks that were left, and they were aces
Oh, yeah.
and all. Big
See
one.
what, I kept thinking,
I gotta go back to bed now. When I went up there and laid down, I saw it.
throwing these tens for no points didn't make sense because it's the second highest card.
Jack,
Okay,
Jack.
hey, question, what if I have a double pinochle and the pseudo-con trump?
Double fee. They're two different cards, man.
Double marriage.
It counts 4 for the pair. It counts 4.
Yeah, no big deal.
8, no big deal.
Double pinochle 4, right.
But it's always better to get the lead if you can.
We got that part.
Yeah, but I mean, y'all are not aggressive, man.
I haven't had.
I think 70's a normal bid.
That's kind of fired
You
up.
can't get her to move over. She got me scrounged off the bed, man. I got like this much bed.
Steve, she'll let you pick her up and put her in the crib, why?
If you'll, she's 3 years old, if you want her in the crib, you put her in the crib.
Oh.
Sounds like my mother.
See if she'll let you.
Well, I mean,
Sound like Evan.
I picked her up and she kind of, I put her on. She got fever, she's fever.
Oh.
My big thing is, I mean,
Just because I tied you in the bed.
You're less than 3. Like they're gonna remember any good things you did to them. It's like gonna mold them into a good person at 3 years old.
When y'all decided you weren't gonna get her a birthday, Christmas present because she wouldn't remember it.
Buying her crap, she's not remembering.
Well, I have told Becky and Tracy that. But she's not gonna really remember what you did or what you don't do. Another year or so, she'll be asking for all this shit.
What's that,
You'll have to have a couple eggs too. Special.
48, that's right. So we got 48
Special watch
and
your
2 for
language.
the last
On video
trip.
tape.
Dang it, special for taping it.
I can't imagine somebody listening to it anyway, so.
I can. Like 20 years from now, they're gonna be going,
Oh,
they're singing that lump song.
Forgot that.
I remember that.
Even I was thinking, no, they can't make fun of our clothes because we're 50 years from now because we're just wearing plain stuff.
50 years ago, I
Well,
probably
you can make fun of our clothes now. Futures one. Feeling good about this.
How can you tell when they're- So we're throwing queens and jacks now.
Yeah, yeah. Because I remember that the jack is generally, you know, if you throw a jack, it's like, come again, I want that suit again. But that doesn't always work because you don't always have a jack when you want to suit again, and sometimes you only have jacks when you don't want that suit, so.
Okay.
Who's out this time? Who's out, who's out, who's out? My pants.
Okay, just a second.
Can I take that back? Maybe I want to take that back. I'm just gonna say 50.
Jack of diamonds, queen of spades.
What's
Okay,
the-
so if I just have a,
How much is pinnacle? 4?
so if I just have a medium, regular, nothing special, meld, did I just say 51 or something? Okay, 51.
52.
What if I had a medium special meld, but I wanted some?
Well, you still would just say 51 and then, you
I'm
know,
gonna
wait,
pass.
wait and see what he does.
And then just try to overbid you as low as
Yeah.
possible.
What did you do, Paul?
What does passing tell her? I can't tell her anything now.
Passing just,
I'm passing.
you could still tell her something. If you bid one over, it would more or less tell her that you had a little bit and you had a marriage. If you don't have a marriage,
Do nothing but.
then you don't want to bid unless you have a lot of points, and then you want to bid higher to tell her you have a lot of points. I'm going to pass too.
So what was it, 51? 52?
You said 52.
52.
Seemed like I did one earlier, because I would have said I had a marriage and got a couple of points.
53. Once you pass, can you bid again?
Get your head smoking.
54.
It's Joe Jones.
56.
Okay, and if I were to say 57, what would that mean that we had to get print-wise?
Is that minus 20?
Well, your bid would be 57, so it would depend on how many points you actually put down. It would be the difference between how many points you put down and the 57.
Oh,
And so you
So you're
really,
guessing I got some points.
okay, well, I'm gonna stop. I'm gonna pass.
okay, so you have it at 56?
Yeah. So I'm saying,
You're supposed to keep betting, Jenny.
so I'm saying I don't have a whole lot in my meld, and I don't think I have enough to make up the difference.
Be good.
Okay.
No. Now see, if you have a real strong suit, real long, you know, you can be more aggressive because you figure you're gonna take the most tricks and therefore you'll get those extra points. But if it's, you know, just kind of,
Betting and betting.
that
Pins
first
around
hand
or
I
nothing,
had where I
Jack.
had all those spades,
Yeah.
so that's one that even if you don't have enough points, you bet a lot because you've got so many in
Whoa.
the
Okay,
draw.
well, that's what I'm trying to figure out is
Yeah.
how many of that
Yeah.
suit, how
Now,
long that suit
wait,
needs to be.
what are tens? Tens are rounds or
Nothing.
nothing. What are you putting this down here?
I didn't know they were.
Well, first of all, Paul's gonna tell us the trump suit.
Well,
What's trump?
I'm glad we didn't win that one. Pins really nothing.
I don't think I say dime.
I don't have anything.
You don't have anything?
Well, I mean, I got very little.
Diamonds are gonna be trump.
I have no choice. So I can get any points.
I got a marriage in diamonds.
Well, all I have is that 2 points.
I got
That's it?
That's it.
So,
Okay.
I figured you bet you had like 10 points or something.
You know what, a 50 means that I have a marriage in a little bit in case you have a lot of points. Yeah.
I've got 12.
Okay, so you have
4, I got 8.
6.
2 and 4.
And 12. You have what? 8.
Marriage, well, I got a pinnacle, what's it? 4 and a marriage and the trump suit.
That's
20 total.
You looking?
Yours.
I got kings around, jacks around. I got the straight flush in my trump suit. I have a marriage, and marriage.
Okay, you have jacks around, which are 4,
8, 12,
12,
14.
14, 16.
Yes.
All right, I'm gonna count mine as 18,
I got
and 15 is 33, and another
4.
4 is 37.
All I have is 37 points.
What'd you bet?
Played my whole thing in hand.
56.
Oh, shoot.
So we only have to get 21.
Okay.
I mean 20, we just have to get a 20.
Okay, that's fine. I didn't want to
You
bet
did
much.
good. You had it.
I mean, I wasn't too fond of calling Trump. I just went up.
And diamonds are trump.
And you,
And I get
You
to leave.
start.
because, Since he picked up his hand.
Jackson.
What's Jack? Queens and Jacks are no points, right?
That's my age. You want to put a closing jack on it unless you can do anything else.
You race?
What'd you tell?
My time, my hands are closed.
What's that?
pajamas. Traffic. Yes, Jimmy, I trumped your race. Stinky's about to retaliate though.
Don't do that.
So he would have had to trump my ex.
Yeah, dude, yeah.
Yeah, if Paul had done it, Jeffrey was out of time, at a heart, he would have had to come.
That's what I was.
What'd you take it on?
See,
I had the can you,
Sweet.
can you gloves over your jack?
Sweet. Oh, I didn't know you had it. You got it.
They would have gotten that last trip.
which means I get two.
Yep. So this is worth two.
Well, it can
No.
or something too. You get,
So
start with
three.
two, that's three.
Gotta get 21? 4. I'm nervous. I don't want to be my fault when we get shed. Two.
Don't do that while your mom's cooking.
Yeah.
Should I double check it?
Well, we'll see what he comes up
Oh,
with, because it
that's
should
good.
add up to 50 pounds.
do we get the more since I won the bid? Don't matter who wins it? Tell me you take, right? So you can never win the bid and still get more points every time.
Yeah, well, the only thing is,
Okay, alright.
that normally getting the bid means you get to call Trump, and that normally affects how many trucks you win. Although there are times when you cannot have the bid and still think,
And it affects how much your points. When your bid, you can get more points, because we only get 20, right? So.
Okay,
So when the
that's-
bid gives you more points for what you bid,
well, it depends. Getting the bid gets you more points.
but you can get that 37.
Yeah, but you got your 20 plus the 26.
You got 37 plus 24, right?
Yeah, but we could have had, the only reason Colin Trump gave us more points is because he had a straight flush that we got to count, because it was.
Oh, so we had 20 and all, you guys did 37.
Yeah.
So whatever he bid didn't matter. It just mattered what he had to get.
Well,
What do you lay down?
it mattered in this case because it made his mailed more, because he got to call Trump, and he got to call Trump in the suit that
We
he
still
had.
only get 20. So
Yeah.
What is that 24?
That's how many points.
She just counted that.
That's
This
how much
was our
mileage you-
mail,
This is your
and
point.
this is our point.
Okay.
We get both of them because we,
And then from that, you just know what you have to get these points.
So I had 8 hearts. 2 of which were aces and 2 of which were 10s. And I didn't know how much
probably
weight
would have
that
been
would
a
carry.
little bit more aggressive with it. Depends though, it depends on what else you have in your hand, because basically, you know,
It wouldn't have given me any extra points if the mail to have the
No.
front
no.
on that one,
On that
because I
one.
didn't have the flasher.
The reason I was going to that, because everything points is straight flush.
Right.
And see, the only reason that I bid the first time at 50, because I only had those 2 points, but I had 5 aces. I didn't have aces around, but I had 5 aces. And I thought, well, you know, I'd give them a little encouragement, because even though I don't have this mail, I do have some trick taking potential.
So it's letting your partner know, whether your points are coming from your meld or your trumps, or your tricks, or whatever you call it.
And it's also, well, it's like that thing with playing a jack and play that suited game. Sometimes you'll have a hand that you can't really describe in this bidding process, and you just kind of have to.
Wait, once
What would
you
I
put
bet?
a hand there, you need to get control.
What if I had a lot of points and nothing with it?
You have a lot of points, but not a strong suit. You want to bid.
Really high.
You want to jump over from what the other person has, so it tells you that it's points, and that makes your partner.
You can bet you if your partner doesn't have a marriage.
Yeah, now, I mean, that's happened before.
It's happened to me.
Yeah, what happens if you don't have a marriage?
You said.
If you bid and it turns out that you don't have a marriage, then you go set your bid. And the other team gets to keep their mail. And I also think that it's running, I think you have a straight flush in the trump suit, that's 15 points, period. If you have the second marriage, you get an extra 4 points for that, but I don't think it's 15 plus the 4.
I think it is.
No.
Which way are we gonna play?
Which way you want?
We've already played it like.
Okay.
You get the bet first, Jay.
Big, big.
So if I'm betting first, and I think I have a decent hand, am I gonna just bet 50, or am I gonna bet higher than 50?
If you have a hand that you would feel comfortable in calling the trump, then just bet 50.
Okay.
Because bidding higher says, I've got points, see what you've done.
Okay.
Then he's supposed to, if he's got lots of points, jump the bid to tell you I've got lots of points.
And if he jumps the bid, does that mean he wants trump?
Now, normally if he jumps the bid,
But
it
just
just means
step up
I've got.
one, I want Trump.
Yeah, if he just steps up one, it either means he wants Trump, or he could call Trump if you back out or something.
Okay. Good.
Pass.
Pass.
51.
What'd you bid?
50,
I'll bid 51.
52.
Pass.
So we ended up with just a 53. Okay, spades.
I got that and pinochle.
Oh, I forgot. Jack.
Queen of spades, jack of diamonds. What did you call wild and trump? Spades? A marriage, 4, and a pinochle.
The king's round and the marriage.
Do you have a marriage in Trump?
Yes, a marriage and trump and a pinochle.
We have marriage and Trump. Yeah. So I got what? What's king's 8? I got 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14.
Got 14.
24. 30.
32.
32. 36.
We bid
That's
well.
all together.
Altogether.
So we don't get, all we get is 20.
I have to do this one.
Close enough.
I get the lead.
Now, Jim, really decide down.
Okay.
There's no advantage to me leaving Trump, right?
Well, it depends on
Unless
what
you're
your-
super
depends
big
on what
suited,
your
get everything
hand
out.
is.
So it would be good if
Go.
I could kill
Kill everybody else and
If
then
you
leave
can-
what you got behind.
But that's kind of odd.
So generally, that's probably not what you're gonna do. Would you put up a king?
I mean, I was getting points.
Okay. If you were to put 10 up, then that would probably mean you don't have much.
Now let me know to give me points too.
Now, if I give you 10, go check my head or
I don't
sticker
know.
at you.
Well, I smell like it. I don't know, that might mean something. If I'm giving you kings, I mean, I only have kings and not ten. I thought I had kings and ten. Which is what? Dead. Just pin you in there. Turkey's your best friend. You just have them so you can count down.
Trumpet.
That's what I was trying to do.
Oh, yeah.
Was that why halfway through? Take on there.
We've got, concentrating here.
All you do is trying to kill the battery, aren't you?
I'm telling you, or something.
If you get something funny in some videos, maybe the light will fall down on the table and explode. Maybe a bat will fly in and bite you in the back or something. Never know. Just let it run. Good chance of $100,000. Gee, good picture of you just might win.
Think he's lump? He's lump? He might be dead.
Gambled and lost. Oh, now see, if I was you, I'd have those three aces, I'd have let them.
Oh, we
Right.
gotta pulled all of them?
Right, well, it wouldn't have pulled all of them, but it would have pulled most of them. It would have pulled all of mine.
Okay. Cause I had 8 spades altogether.
Yeah.
And then,
I had 3.
Yeah, you don't,
I don't know how to do that.
there's still Trump back there.
Oh, I could.
How do you buy this kind of things?
The 10.
Oh, and you took the cards, so I couldn't figure out how
Oh.
you.
Yeah, it's, yeah, so you should have, well,
I'd have got it either way.
Yeah, it wouldn't have
I was
ended
gonna
up
get
better,
everything
but I
after,
didn't know that.
after she threw her 10, I was gonna get every last card. I figured what enough chunk left. Once I let it,
I'm at 320.
I had like double 10s around, which is absolutely nothing cheeky. How many y'all got sticks next up?
I counted 24, that doesn't sound right.
I counted 27, so one of us is off.
We'll give it to y'all.
Hinge that feet. Being ugly.
I'd be ugly. I'm just doing exactly what my brother would do to me. He would enjoy it, but he pinched my cheek the same time he did it.
I heard the excuse to make me look. Is that what it was? Or was it milk?
I got 24.
Oh,
Milk?
Is that right, 24?
Well, it made me mad because I was a little kid that did it all the time. But it made me mad.
Who'd get better when you go?
He spilled milk one time. And you scolded him for spilling his milk, and he started crying. He's like 10 years old.
So you can start going.
And everything he'd say to me, they would harass me beyond belief. Well, it was a big like, well, I might be a stupid idiot, drool, and can't walk on my 2 feet, but I didn't cry when I spilled my milk. He'd go utterly berserk. I mean, I'm talking, he did again, he shot me. Got blinked about it. He was so mad, it was unbelievable.
Why was he such an angry child?
I don't know.
No, he was just abused, man. He was across the room. They just be
He
sitting there
was
doing
the one in
nothing.
the middle one.
We sitting there doing nothing. He go.
And then stuff,
Yeah, chair across the room.
and then stuff kids would do to fight, David would throw bricks at me. And David literally would take bats and whiz them at me, and if I had hit the deck and it slung my head, he'd have killed me. Maybe just knock me out. Maybe kill me. Stuff, threw bricks at me, threw baseball bats at
Isn't
me.
there something about mud in your house?
Oh, I know in the face, a big thing of mud. But no, we just had a mud fight. That wasn't evil. That was just, I was too good at it. At the time when he came up, he turned looking like, his nose in the air, as he came up, he goes,
My whole favorite story about Jeff and David, I think what Christmas was, I guess I was in probably 4th or 5th grade, and we got remote control cars, and Jeff don't get mad much. And so we kept racing and racing and racing. Something just made Jeff mad. Dave would shut up or nothing. And they just fought. I mean, Jeff would grab Dave and go, yeah. Oh, Dave go, he'd jump on the ground, you gonna quit, and he go, no, you're gonna quit, yeah, he goes, yeah, Jeff goes, yeah. Thumb it, Dave bounce off the ground, jump on, you gonna quit, he goes, yeah. Dave get tough again, Jeff goes, and pick up, yeah, chunk up there, bounce him off the ground, thinking, oh God, poor David. All them times he's grabbed my cheeks, picked on me, threw me out of the house in my underwear, stuck my head in the toilet, it pays off right now. So I sat there and just, man, it was terrible.
Jimmy used to go, I'm gonna kill you.
I felt sorry for David. He had to stay upstairs and cough and lay in the bed. He couldn't go nowhere.
I thought I heard you that time.
I thought you killed him.
He made me mad. I don't know what he did. He kept telling me he was
cheating or doing something.
He kept telling me I was cheating, and I said, look, man, I didn't cheat. And all I did was smack him once, and he goes nuts and tries to kill me, right? And eventually, and normally I just hold him down and I laugh about it.
Tracy can't believe this, Joe, because you can't get a reaction out of it.
Yeah. You couldn't fight
Did
that.
he just one day wake up and wasn't mad
I don't know, maybe it's when I beat the tar
I
out
mean,
of
he
him.
was okay though one day.
No,
No, he was okay with the rest of the world. He was okay with it.
It was just us.
He just hated me and Goose.
That's an middle child.
I know. I mean, it was something, and he made me mad, and he just kept coming at me. And all I do is I hold him down, I'd sit like, I would sit down for 10 minutes. And the only thing ever made me mad is all this crap about if you ignore him, all these damn old people kept saying, if you ignore him, he won't do anything.
No,
Well, he's been doing it for 8 years now. I've ignored him for 2 or 3 years straight, and it didn't matter. And David would come by, and it wouldn't even be, he would just like, the time when he came home from school, and I'm laying there asleep, he wakes me up and starts poking at me and kicking me, and I've got chicken pox. For no reason whatsoever. Dancing around going, bark, 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 bark. And I had chicken pox bad. There was an inch of my body. Everything tasted horrible. I was just utterly miserable. And he's in there dancing around, and I was asleep, waking me up, and kicking me, And I almost could have put up with it if he wouldn't have been poking me, but it hurt. And I got up and said, I'm going to kill you. And he kept doing it. If you don't stop, I'm going to kill you. And he kept doing it. And I said, well, shoot. I already told him I was going to kill him. I guess I got to do it. And I took off after him. He took off out of the apartment. I'm stark naked and stuff, my whitey tighty, sprinting down the parking lot. And I probably would have killed him if I would have came home. I was sick of the dog too. Full out sprint, it was cold outside in the winter. And I'm naked almost running down the wide open sprint covered in chicken pox down the, going at it, man. I was just running down. And here comes Mama. I never seen anybody so mad in my life as mad as Mama was when she saw me chasing David down the street in my underwear. But I was gonna kill him. I mean, he do stuff like that all the time. I mean,
I was just like, of course, grandmother at the stage where she was a perfect child, and he would just, I mean, it's bad someone does it, but after someone does it for 4 or 5 years, you can't stand it. And we were sitting at grandma's one time, grandma's on the couch, I'm sitting across from him, he's going, and I just get, just tear from him, just jump on his head, and grandma swears up and down, I just, out of the blue, just attacked,
went to
take, just no reason attacked him, just swears, I was just trying to kill him, just out of just the bad of my heart, trying to kill him, and I was stomping on that
You were almost as bad as him, but losing your temper and just never backing
Going
down.
nuts.
That's like mother me sitting here every day going, your nose is crooked. For every single day, all you hear every day.
Well, that was David's thing, is he was consistent. And
He would never
he
quit.
spent every day, you never saw him that he didn't say something to you, do something to you, or insult you. I mean, not one. And it was nothing, I mean, ignoring, I ignored him. I mean, ignoring him wasn't the problem. And half our fights was that he, and like, look, I find what hurt him. David would take, I mean, David, I'm not sure sometimes if it wasn't for me that David wouldn't have like broke Gooch's arm.
I think I'd be, honestly this day, think I'd be dead if Jeff wasn't there.
David would take Gooch and like, he would beat the living crap out of him. And I'd grab and hold him back, you know, and I'd grab his hand and go, doo, 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 doo. If you ever do that to Gooch again, you're going to hurt him. I'm going to hurt you equally for what you did to Gooch. You hurt him pretty bad, boom. So that probably hurt. And I said, now Gooch has already ran off and locked himself in him. I'm going to get up and leave. If you come at me again, I'm going to smack your head on the ground. He'd come in again, boom. And I mean, I was always way bigger than him. And I mean, I'd just do it. And after a while, I'm thinking, I'm going to give him brain damage or something. I can't keep doing this to him. So I just hold it down. And I couldn't get up fast enough that he couldn't get to me. You know, I mean, I could jump up and sprint, but I couldn't get to a door. And I'd have to grab him. He'd come at me, and I'd jump this side, grab him, put in a headlock or something, put him on the ground, boom! And eventually I'd get up, I'd just sit there on top of him until he got tired. And then out of the blue, I'd just take off running. I could get through the door since he wouldn't be wired up. And the thing was, you could ask him, you could say, if I let you up, you're going to not hit me. He'd say, nope, I'm going to jump up and I'm going to kill you. And his plan was to jump up and kill me. It wasn't to hurt me, he would kill me. If he had a chance, he would try to kill me.
All right, bed.
No, she did.
I bet 51.
I don't have time about it yet. Pass. Oh, one time he also...
You gotta get tough, Mother. I've been 51, tell you. I got some points.
If you have a lot of points, you've been 53. But
I'm not telling you, I have a little bit of points.
yeah, but take this one.
You can tell the first one.
That's when he threw a baseball or a brick at me and chased me. But I was like, I'm in 8th grade. I go to bed. It's like 10:45, 11 o'clock. And all of a sudden I hear is, I can't sleep. You stink so bad I can't sleep. All right, David, I stink. Just be quiet, go to bed. Man, you're the dumbest, stinkiest, fattest, nastiest person I've ever met in my whole life. And I'm like, okay. And after about 15 minutes, I mean, I'm not even saying anything back to him. I just can't take it because, oh, crap, I got that. Oh, wait, I got that. After 15 minutes, I mean, I can't take it. Just all he's doing is screaming. It's keeping me awake. Finally, get up and walk in his room.
Okay, she's got 10, 25.
I have 14 points. All right, you see it? 14.
29.
4.
You need 4, so you guys got 33.
But
Is that right?
I want...
Okay, you have how many?
14.
Okay, you have 14. Now, I have, marriages around, which
We decided how much that was.
Ed said was 32. But I'm not
Jeez.
quite sure that I agree with that.
Well, did you have double marriages around?
Or just marriages.
Marriages around? So,
Okay, so you have 14, and then I have 32, and 36.
But you got hearts.
And another 4 is 40, so we have 54.
I stood with him.
so anyway, I go in the room and I said, look, you gotta stop, I have to get up in the morning. Just don't say anything, if you don't, I'll do something back to you. Go back in his room, he'd start screaming again. Go back in his room, look around, he had some model or something he had built, spent weeks building that model. Walk into the room, and I said, look, if you don't shut up.
Was he really this logical about it?
No, we were next door. I wanted to see us thing. I mean, after
Jeff would always warn you, he's gonna do this if you don't quit.
Yeah, I would
He
tell
didn't
him.
do it.
He told me a funny story about you.
Yeah, I couldn't believe it.
I mean, I had this theory that if I said I was going to do it every time I did it, eventually you go, man, it kind of hurts, I'm not going to do that anymore. But it didn't work today. It worked good.
Who's out? Did I do it?
Yeah, so following.
Probably.
And so you started.
I walk in the room, and I thought I was going to be able to do it one at a time. Every time he did it, I could do it one at a time. But he as soon as I got in there, he just, in a row, as I slowly took his model apart, called me names. So I got it all done. I was like, man, that didn't work a bit. When he got so fast that I took his model apart, he goes, I'm going downstairs and tell Mom. And he runs down and tells my mom that I just walked in his room out of the blue and just busted his mom. So she comes to me and says, did you just break his model? I said, yep. She says, why did you do that? I said, well, I told him if he kept calling me names, I couldn't sleep. I'd take his model piece by piece. And I did. And she said, she looked at David and goes, well, you probably deserved it. He just went to bed. I was so happy.
What did Gooch do that you wouldn't talk?
Alright, let me tell this part. Okay, I guess.
You knew that was the
You
story I
just
was
graduated,
telling you.
you probably your first,
A spade? Oh, shoot, I didn't see that. He left.
alright, you're probably in your first year of college, weren't you? Or it might have been still in high school.
I think it's still in high school.
And he had to stay home or whatever.
I stay home to watch you.
Yeah, stay home to watch me. So he rented a movie. So he rented, it was Aliens. I said, I'm going to Marty's house to spend the night. I'm taking this movie with me. Do not take that movie with me. Do not. Just man, look, I'm taking it with me.
What?
I'm taking this movie with me.
Wait a minute.
And he kept telling me not to, whatever. I said, he goes, you take that movie, I am never taking you nowhere the rest of your life. Or for 5 years or something. I was like, all right, man. I ain't taking that movie anytime ever anything came up, man, that movie. He wouldn't do nothing, take me anywhere. Nothing, anything, that movie. He wouldn't do nothing.
I stayed home. I had like just something good to go to, like a party, or everybody's going over to somebody's house. And the only thing I had to do was sit home and watch this movie. I rented this movie. You go over to Marty's house, they've got HBO and 8,000 Disney channels, and they got a trampoline in back, and they got a pool, and every little contraption you think known to man, their house. But he decided to take this movie so they can watch it. And I said,
I don't think we watched.
and I didn't tell him what, I just said, you better not take that movie, or I'm never going to think of you ever again.
And he sure did.
How long?
Oh, a couple of years.
Wait.
I forget. Every once in a while I forget and taking to do something.
Then if he kind of didn't want to do it, he'd say the movie.
Every once in a while I forget. Every once in a while my mom would make me take it to school because that was like an official thing. She'd make me do it. But anything other than that, like if he wanted to go get a Coke or anything, if I remember to go, no, I can't do it. I remember that's the other thing about the movie.
She away?
Yeah, she's...
Well, how many points were playing here? We're already past that. They're not making that.
That kind of upset me about that. I wish I'd have never took that move earlier. For the longest time.
That was mean and obnoxious. There was no reason to.
How old were you then?
Third grade, fourth grade.
Wouldn't that piss you off if somebody did that to you, though, if you're watching somebody?
The whole question is, I was in third and fourth grade, I didn't care what you thought.
Well,
I was
you
a
did
kid.
after, didn't you?
Yeah, now that I think about stuff, there's a lot of things that it makes me mad now. Just, I mean, you don't know, once you went to college, you don't know how stuff David did to me. Like one time it was snowing, I was in my underwear or whatever, David threw me out of the house. Or he made me go get the mail boxes or whatever. Things like that. I was on the couch one time, he yanked me off and laid on it. Things like that, just mess with me, make me mad. Worst thing I ever
What'd
did
you
too.
do when he was gone?
What could I do? I didn't care if he was bigger than me. I mean, I'd fight him. Well, see, what made me happy is he went off the Coast Guard. I got a little older than high school stuff. I was ready just to beat the hell out of him. Came up because I was bigger than him. I wanted so bad just to beat him up. By then, he didn't care about it. He didn't fight or nothing. But, I mean, he did things like him. I mean, one time when you were a senior at the Griffin football game, they played, and they stayed here, and Mom and them went. I remember that he had Dan Walter Brown, and they all started drinking or whatever, and they tried to get me to shoot like straight bourbon or something. I was like 5th grade, I couldn't drink that crap. That killed me, so they hung me up my feet, put my head in the top, flushed it, and me swirling. Threw me out of the house and messing with me all night. I was miserable. I wanted to cry. Just things like that.
David,
I'll listen what he did.
When did
Okay.
David start getting nice? When he went to the Coast Guard?
Yeah. Okay. Now, when you go to the ball now, you turn down the road. You go. Okay. You turn into the ball now.
Right.
Things like that. He'd take me bowling and try to drop me off at the top of the street by 85. He'd drop me off at the park lot and make me walk. Things like that. And then what you would do, you'd come pick me up. I had to catch you on the run. You wouldn't stop. He'd go,
I don't know what mean things he did,
I
because he
didn't
always
think
acted
so.
like he was so
Things like
sweet.
this. He'd come pick me first gear, and I had to take off running and catch the Integra in first gear and jump in. He says, I'm not stopping. I ain't getting out.
Now, this is all stuff when I was older and he was older, too.
Yeah.
Stuff like
Where would
that.
you pick me up from?
Well, I'd tell him that I'd be home or something on a weekend. He want me to take him over to the bowling alley. It's a pain. And a couple times I'd go and he'd be hanging out with his buddies, you know, or he'd still be bowling another thing, or he'd be doing something. And I said this rule, I said, when I pick you up, you'll be outside waiting.
I'd be running with ball in the door open, get in the truck, get in his car,
And then I made this rule, I said, look, if I pick you up, I'm never getting out of first gear. I'm not stopping. And I'm driving by, and I'll go through the little car pass through. But if you get out of the door and jump in the car, I'm just going home. If you're not there,
but then I learned he's serious. You gotta catch him. So I'd be sitting there, I'd be waiting. I'd sit in the car, I'd put on my shirt, I'd get ready to run again.
Then he goes, "Keith, one more damn one." No,
I wouldn't say that. I was sort of. I'd be running with Jeff in the car.
And I mean, part of it was just that I was just telling him that to get him out there, but then I said it, and I thought it was funny.
It was kind of fun.
He would dive into the car. But I'd pick him up.